Hello children, it's me Miss Mema, or you can call me Miss Mems. It's time for some games, some singing and a story. Now, the first game we're going to play is a guessing game. Remember, we've played this one before. It's the fruit or vegetable game. You have to guess which one is a fruit and which one is a vegetable. So in my hand, I have 3 fruits and 3 vegetables for you to guess. I'm going to shuffle them all up. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And now you have to guess which one is a fruit and which is a vegetable. First picture I have is a banana. Is a banana a fruit or is a banana a vegetable? If you said fruit, you're absolutely right. A banana is a fruit. Next one. Is a courgette a fruit or a vegetable? You're absolutely right. A courgette is a vegetable. Is a cabbage a fruit or a vegetable? If you said vegetable, you're right. A cabbage is a vegetable. Next one. Grapes. Are grapes fruits or are grapes vegetables? Yes, a grape is a fruit. How about green beans? Is green beans a fruit or is green beans a vegetable? You're right. Green beans is a vegetable. How about a pumpkin? Is a pumpkin a fruit or is a pumpkin a vegetable? Yes, a pumpkin is a fruit. Well done. Now, our next game, you have to think for this one. We're going to be looking at 3 different types of animals. We're going to be looking at animals that fly in the sky, animals that swim in the water, and animals that walk on land. And I'm going to show you pictures of these animals, and you have to guess if this is an animal that walks on land, flies in the sky, or swims in the water. You ready? Now, the first animal is the king of the jungle, the lion. Does the lion walk on land, swim in the ocean, or fly in the sky? Yes, the lion walks on land. So we're going to use L for land, S for sky, and W for water. A hummingbird. Sky, water, or land? Yes, sky. How about a fish? Does a fish go on land, fly in the sky, or in the water? Yes, a fish swims in water. How about an orangutan? Does an orangutan go on land, in the sky, or in water? Yes, an orangutan goes on land. How about an eagle? Does an eagle go on land, fly in the sky, or in the water? Yes, an eagle flies in the sky. How about a shark? Does a shark go on land, go in the sky, or in the water? Yes, in the water. How about a rabbit? Does a rabbit go in the sky, on land, or in the water? On land. A honeybee. Where is a honeybee? In the sky, on land, or in the water? A honeybee flies. It flies. How about a jellyfish? Does a jellyfish go on land, in the sky, or in the water? Yes, a jellyfish is in the water. One more. How about a fox? Where can we find a fox? On land, in the sky, or in the water? You are absolutely right. You can find a fox on land. All right, we're going to sing the Patty Cake song, and I'm going to get as many friends as I can. So if we don't do your name, don't worry about it, okay? So, you ready? Rub your hands together. Patty cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it and prick it and mark it with A. And put it in the oven for Annabelle and me. If your name begins with A, then this one's for you. Patty cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it and prick it and mark it with and put it in the oven for Femi and me. If your name begins with F, then this one's for you. Pate cake, baker's man, bake me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it and prick it and mark it with and put it in the oven for Melissa and me. If your name begins with then this one's for you. Pate cake, baker's man, bake me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it and prick it and mark it with and put it in the oven for Imelda and me. If your name begins with then this one's for you. Pate cake, baker's man, bake me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it and prick it and mark it with and put it in the oven for Henry and me. If your name begins with then this one's for you. Pate cake, baker's man, bake me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it and prick it and mark it with put it in the oven for Orane and me. If your name begins with then this one's for you. Pate cake, baker's man, bake me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it and prick it and mark it with and put it in the oven for Goziem and me. If your name begins with G, then this one's for you. Pate cake, baker's man, bake me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it and prick it and mark it with and put it in the oven for Shehu and me. If your name begins with S, then this one's for you. Pate cake, baker's man, bake me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it and prick it and mark it with and put it in the oven for Clementine and me. If your name begins with K, then this one's for you. Pate cake, baker's man, bake me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it and prick it and mark it with and put it in the oven for Tayo and me. If your name begins with then this one's for you. Right, I'm going to do one more. Remember, if I don't do yours, don't worry. We'll do it next time. Pate cake, baker's man, bake me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it and prick it and mark it with and put it in the oven for Roland and me. If your name begins with R, then this one's for you. Alright everyone, it's time for a story. Before we begin the story, I'd just like to remind everyone to click the subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so that you always get notified when we get a new video. And also check out our playlist so that you get to watch all the rest of our videos. Alright children, remember when we're reading a story, you have to sit quietly and listen so you can hear the story, okay? The book we're going to be reading today is called Charlie Cook's Favorite Book. And this book was written by Julia Donaldson and Axel Scheffler. Are you ready? Once upon a time, there was a boy called Charlie Cook who curled up in a cozy chair and read his favourite book. About a leaky pirate ship which very nearly sank, and a pirate chief who got the blame and had to walk the plank. The chief swam to an island and went digging with his hook. At last he found a treasure chest, and in it was a book. About a girl called Goldilocks and 3 indignant bears, who cried, "Who's had our porridge? Who's been sitting in our chairs?" They went into the bedroom, and Baby Bear said, "Look, she's in my bed, and what is more, she's got my favourite book." About Sir Percy Pilkington, a bold and fearless knight, who told the dragon, "Wait, I'm not quite ready for the fight. You must hear this one first," and then his armour clanked and shook, as he read aloud a joke he'd found inside his favourite book. Rowena read a lot, a very well-read frog, who who jumped upon a lily pad and jumped upon a log, then jumped into the library which stood beside the brook, and went read it, read it, read it as she jumped upon a book. About an oak tree full of birds, each bird had built a nest, and they had a competition to decide which one was best. They chose an owl to judge it, and the winner was a rook, whose nest was lined with pages from his very favourite book. About a girl who saw a flying saucer in the sky. Some small green men were in it, and they waved as they flew by. She tugged her mother's sleeve and said, "Look, Mum, what I've just seen." But Mum said, "Hush, I'm trying to read my favourite magazine." About a wicked jewel thief who stole the king's best crown, but then got stuck behind some sheep, which slowed his car right down. The king dialed 999, and soon the cops had caught the crook and flung him into prison, where he read his favourite book. About a greedy crocodile who got fed up with fish and went on land to try to find some other kind of dish. He went into a bookshop, and he there grew even greedier when reading on page 90 of a large encyclopedia. About the biggest birthday cake the world had ever seen. A team of royal cake makers had made it for the Queen. The cake was so delicious that a famous spaceman took a slice of it to Jupiter. He also took a book. About a ghost who glided round a castle every night, carrying her head and giving everyone a fright. She kept it up till morning, then she found a shaky nook and put her head back on again to read her favourite book. About a cosy armchair and a boy called Charlie Cook. The end. I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you again next week. Bye!
3, 4.